To everybody who's been liking the videos so far, we thank y'all. You guys liking the videos has kind of helped us start to grow the channel even more, so we appreciate it. To those who have not, please, we ask you, hit the like button before you even watch this video. It helps us grow the channel, helps people learn about us, and allows us to make more great content like this. So that's all we got. Thank you for helping us grow this channel. Hit the like button right now, and on with the show. Super duty tough work.
We are here.
How you been, man? Where you been at, man?
I mean, hey, I've been here. I've been in the same place. You the one that's all over the freaking globe.
That's true. That's true. But I feel like you've been missing. Like, where's this dude been? You know what I mean? That's just a very rhetorical question. You know, clearly I'm the one who's been dipping. Like, where you been? Why you hiding? You ain't really been hiding at all. I just have not been around. But yeah, man. Yeah. That's
Happy New Year. Like,
I know.
We haven't. Yeah, this is the first 2022 show.
That's true. You didn't even do the New Year joint with us.
Yeah, man. I wasn't feeling well, man. Like, Taya had COVID. My middle son had COVID. I didn't get COVID, but I just wasn't feeling good. Like, I had a migraine for like 3 days, man.
Every year, bruh.
Hey, you know, I dipped in for a little bit, but I just couldn't hang.
You can't no more.
I just couldn't hang.
You gotta admit that you're getting older now, bruh.
Hey, I am. Dude, I woke up yesterday and like my hip was like, we good on working today.
Oh,
we
man.
Good on. Yeah, it's like, I'm going to take the day off. You know what I'm saying? Like
phantom injury just out of nowhere.
Oh, man. Out of nowhere. Woke up and my hip was like, nah, bruh, we're not doing this.
That's funny. Shit.
We're not doing this today.
That's funny. Hold on. Before we go too far, we gotta do this real quick. This episode of Super Duty Tough Work has been sponsored by friends of the show, friends of Weightless, and Illogic and Greenhouse and Blueprint for 20-some years.
Yeah, at least.
You know, our brother from Adam's Family OG, Alaska, and his new record, Human Zoo, which is a collaboration with producer Jason Griff.
Which it's a dope album too. It's really a dope album.
Dope album. I've been listening to it while I've been driving to work this week.
Yeah, man. Some joints on there.
I'm old school. I burn CDs.
Yeah. You know.
Because, you know, once you get to the Spotify, your shit be all over the place.
Right.
So if I really want to listen to a record, I'll burn it on a CD, and then I'll just put it in my car. Because, yes, I still have a CD player. I know we got some young listeners. They don't know what a CD is. They're like, what is this metal object?
What is this device you speak of?
Yeah, they be holding up to their ear. I can't hear any music. Hey, young motherfucker, it's a CD. You need a CD player for that.
Yeah.
You know, they be trying to stuff it in their phone and shit. How does this fit in does the phone does it have a QR code on it? No. It's a CD. But yeah, Human Zoo is a dope record by, you know, Alaska, Jason Griff. As the title suggests, you know, and you might not know by the title, but the record is just about like ideologies, the way we think, how we trap ourselves, and kind of like the messiness of humans.
Yes. Because there's a zoo out here.
Yeah, it's a fucking zoo.
Like cats out of the cage. Like there's no no zookeepers. Like
no.
It's just we just out here.
Yeah.
We out here.
Yeah, it's got guest appearances from Love Ulysses, Fatboy Sharif, Preem Rock, Alex Ludovico, Priestley Bruin. Y'all know Juggernauts? Come on, man. Open Mike Eagle, Def C, Rob Sonic, Zilla Rocca, Curly Castro, friends of the show as well.
Yes.
So y'all know, man, you can get this record at jasongriff.bandcamp.com/album/human-zoo.
Yeah. It's dope. My favorite track is the title track.
Oh, mine is, what's the second one? Ode to Scorsese.
Oh, yeah. That joint is
fire.
And it's a short record, too. So it's like, it has mad replay value, and it makes you want to listen to it multiple times because it's short.
Yes, and it comes with 4 remixes on it.
Yes.
They have a special promo code for listeners of the show who want to buy the album. When you go to the Bandcamp and want to buy a CD version, use the promo code SDTW. You know, and make that happen. Get that discount. And
You won't be sorry.
No, it's a dope record, and we hope that you will check that out, and we appreciate them for sponsoring this episode of the show. And since it's been a minute, and you know what happens when you and I ain't seen each other in a couple weeks.
Yeah, man, we talk for like the intro is like
17-minute intros. Whenever I ain't seen you in more than a week, intros just get out of hand. So,
yeah, it's getting crazy.
You know.
Crazy. How you been,
hey,
driver?
Hey, man, look, a lot has happened since I last did this show. Your boy is not a trainee anymore.
Yeah.
Your boy graduated from trainee to real driver. Your boy got a truck assigned to him on his own. Yesterday was my first night actually sleeping in the truck. It was a wild experience. I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy shit, I'm really about to sleep in this joint. But it was cool though, because it's the newer trucks. It's like they got it's got this auto start thing where when the temperature gets below a thing, it'll start on its own.
Oh, that's dope.
Warm the thing up, and then it's got a bunk temperature that it keeps all the time. You set the bunk temperature, and it'll kind of keep it popping, so your bunk area be nice and toasty. You know what I mean? While you back there sleeping, and man, I slept like 10 hours last night. I went to bed at 7:30. I woke up at 5 this morning.
Yeah.
And so I can see myself doing that a lot more in the future because it just helps you get the bag. You know what I mean? Like coming back here, sometimes it's hard. You come back here, I get time off, then you got to turn right back around and go back to, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Man, I might just.
And plus, you come home, you get to sleep in your bed.
Yeah.
You get to, make food.
Yeah.
You get to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's familiar surroundings. It's just like coming home from tour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes you be like, man, once I get in there, I don't want to get out. You know what I mean? It's it's all cold, but your boy has made some strides. Finished my first week. I did some Ohio stuff. I delivered in Michigan twice. I was in PA. Monday, I'm supposed to go to Maryland. Your boy's doing it, man. I'm doing it, man. I got a boss now. It's kind of weird, but
yeah, it's a different story. See, I'm a month into my new job.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But having a boss again is
kind of weird.
It's a little bit like you kind of got people sending you emails asking you to do stuff. For me, like sending me emails like, yo, like I need this done by this time. It's
You did that, but can you do this too?
Yeah, like it's wild. It's wild.
Yeah.
I'm used to making my own schedule,
Yeah. I feel like it's one of those things. It's like it's like a cat and mouse game. Whenever my boss tell me something, I just be like, you got it.
Gotcha.
You got it, chief. Because I figure like, hey, he got his job to do, I do mine. You know what I mean?
Right.
You do your thing, I do mine, kids stay out of my way. You know what I'm saying? I just keep it pushing. Like, all right, you got it. I ain't about to be debating with my boss. Hey, Al, can you? Man, why would I want to? Be like, you got it. Even if I ain't going to turn around and do it immediately, I'd be like, hey, you got it. That keeps the peace.
Facts.
Yeah. But, yeah. It's been going good. So just finished my first week. For everybody who's been wondering about the Adventures Blueprint with CDL, you know what I mean? It's going good. Everything going according to plan. The adjustment is being made, with me trying to do this and keep doing all the other things. So it's like weekends are my biggest time now. So I'm off on weekends. So, the podcast will not stop, y'all.
Yeah. And for those that have been missing, because we were a little spotty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And some of it wasn't our fault. Some of it was
right.
What's going on?
So
I got trapped in Springfield for a week.
You did. Because we had plans to do it last week.
Yeah.
I'm
stuck in Springfield for a whole week, waiting on the truck, trying to test out and become a real driver. And that killed one of our. So now I got a truck, I got a route. I'm on account, so shit should be more regular in the coming weeks. And we appreciate y'all patience, man. And that's the longest fucking intro. We're not gonna keep going.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
That's fucking 9 minutes too much. So, I know y'all miss us, but we do have a show to do. And the things I just spoke about, kind of are a perfect segue to this week's topic. And this week's topic is a conversation I've had with mad people lately, with you, Super, various other friends. And the question always comes up of, why do rappers hate jobs? And it always comes back to that, because since I've done this, so many people are like, yo, that's pretty fucking dope. You did that.
Right. Right.
But then they be like, I don't know if I'm trying to do that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's in my wheelhouse. You know what I mean?
Meanwhile, struggling, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, some cats, you know, they it would help them a lot, you know? And so, you know, there's specific reasons why rappers hate jobs. We're going to talk about them in this episode. And so we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
We got you stuck off the realness, the most infamous, you heard of us. Official podcast murderers, the show comes equipped with viewpoints to share. Grown man ideas for all those who care and want to grow, so go ahead and download. Every single week with a brand new episode. You're not alone in this world, cousin, so we share information and honest discussion and keep repping the culture like we supposed to. They spread gossip, but they never come close to. I can hear it inside their tone. They talk about the industry but never left their home. You get laced up with bullet points and such, plus empowering topics that they never would touch. You can put your whole network against the team, but Super Duty Tough Work's the MVP. Most valuable podcast on MP3. Priceless info, but all of it's free. So take these words home and think them through. Super Duty Tough Work is coming at you. You are now listening to Super Duty Tough Work with your host, Blueprint. Raw and uncut. Adult conversations. No shucking, no jiving, and no bullshit.
Super Duty Tough Work.
Yep.
The most infamous podcast on planet Earth. Blueprint. Illogic. Y'all know what we do. You know, we talk about the realest shit. Why rappers hate jobs. As I mentioned earlier, this week's episode is sponsored by Jason Griff and Alaska's new album, Human Zoo, which is a dope new record. It's out now. You and I have both listened to it. It's about, you know, human messiness and how humans, although we think animals should be in zoos, we actually should be in zoos, the way that we be thinking, in boxing ourselves and entrapping things. And it's chaos. It's crazy out there.
Yeah.
And
I actually did an interview with Alaska on my 5 spot. It should be coming out soon.
did you?
Yes, sir.
You been putting in
Did.
work, man.
I did. You know,
On the lows and lows.
little things happening. You know what I mean?
Okay. I see you up there getting your shit together, just gonna pop out on the low with the Alaska interview, huh? Y'all gotta watch how Logic move over here. So he be having this little secret shit going on, mysterious advancement plans and shit, secret formulas.
See, I did the interview like a while ago though,
Oh,
but
what?
it was while I was doing the celestial stuff, so I didn't have time to put it in there. But I did it a while ago. Yeah.
Oh man, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, well, I look forward to checking that out. You know, me and those dudes go way back. You know, me and Alaska and when we used to be in like a drinking crew called the Did I ever tell you this?
A drinking crew.
Yeah,
Like
we had a
that's-
gang. It was called the Re-Up Gang.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. The Re-Up Gang. You know, and the whole code of the Re-Up Gang was that, like, if you saw somebody whose glass needed to be re-upped, you had to re-up them.
Mm.
So if you saw your man with like half a glass or less, you had to re-him up. And then people was trying to get in the re-up gang. We had too many people trying to get in. We couldn't let everybody in. You had to be a certified drinker. You had to, because it takes goodwill to be in to be in a re-up gang. You can't just leave your fellow man out there with a half empty cup. You know, so needless to say, we did a lot of drinking that summer on that Paid Dues tour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably spend a lot of money.
Yeah, we had members from Def Jux in the re-up gang. Rhyme Sayers dudes was in the re-up gang. You know what I mean? We had some living legends cats who was honorary members of the re-up gang. Back in my drinking days, you know.
Yeah.
But okay. But yeah, please support them. Once again, the address to support that album is jasongriff.bandcamp.com/album/human zoo. Please support those brothers. And let's talk about why rappers hate jobs. Reason number 1, FOMO. Fear of missing out.
Yes.
You know how it is, man. Like, you might not have shit going on,
Right.
but you dead ass feel like, if I don't be around to do nothing,
I'm
Yeah.
gonna miss out on something.
Yeah. If I don't go to that show, you know, whatchamacallit is in town. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I can't be having a job. You know what I'm saying? I gotta it's on a Tuesday, you know?
What if I miss some shit?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm over here, trying to write some rhymes and make some beats and make some songs. And, if I start working,
Mm-hmm.
I'll miss out on some ideas,
Yeah.
some amazing song concepts.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Kanye will call me. Maybe Primo will call me. I mean, I haven't played the show in 2 years. Maybe they'll call too.
Yeah. Bars are closed down, but
I'm just
maybe the Alchemist will hit me up. He gotta hear my music. He gotta have
come
heard
on,
it.
man. I just want to be ready. So if they call,
Mhm.
I ain't stuck in no job. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta be ready. I don't want to miss out.
Mhm.
This is so real. This is something I had to think about, making this move. Because sometimes you don't want to admit that you got FOMO, but you be having FOMO. Like, a fear missing out. Like, okay, what happens if I don't have 24 hours a day to work on music?
Right.
What the fuck happens? Like, what do I do? What happens to my ideas? What happens to my songs? What happens to this whole creative thing I'm doing? Like, I don't want to miss out. What if somebody call me for a show? What if somebody call me for a tour? What if somebody call me to hop on the track?
Mhm.
Features, whatever. You be thinking you'll miss out, but like, bruh, you're not missing shit.
You're not missing nothing.
Yeah.
Especially now.
Yes.
Like it's not like cats are touring like they was back in 2010.
It ain't 2018.
2015, 2018. Like it's not like it's 60 city tours you missing out on where you can come home with 10 grand.
Yeah.
15 grand,
Yeah.
like 20 grand. It's not like that right now.
Yeah. Like,
It doesn't make sense. Like you're not really missing nothing.
No. I think the fear of missing out thing is just that. It's fear. You know what I'm saying? Like you fear because you don't want to commit to nothing else.
Right.
But the truth of the matter is if the music shit was really cracking, you wouldn't even be thinking about it. You wouldn't need no job.
Right.
But sometimes it's like people are afraid of getting jobs because they think they're gonna miss out on something. You're really not missing out on nothing, man. Earn some money and use whatever you do to make money if it's outside of your art to kind of invest into your art. And you'll be fine.
because you got to really think about it. Like when you're sitting there thinking that you're going to miss out on something and ain't nothing happening
Mhm.
and you broke. At some point you got to wake up
Hold on,
and
say
say
that last part again. That last part. You got to bring that back.
like you sitting there thinking you're going to miss out on something, ain't nothing happening and you broke.
And you're broke. Hello.
When those things start to butt heads, you got to start thinking about how can I, because if I don't do anything, I can make music whenever I want. You know what I'm saying? It's not like nobody call it. It's not like anything's even really open like that. It's not like the clubs is popping like that. It's not like shows are popping like that. Like, what are you really missing out on?
Say it again. You're not missing out on shit.
You're not missing out on nothing but making money. Because the thing is, when you can't get out there and do shows, when you can't get out there and promote your art, you're not making any money.
I agree, man. I had to come to that conclusion myself. Like, dude, I sat around with FOMO for like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like we all did, all artists, and a lot of us still have it.
Yeah.
A lot of us still have it. We still are waiting on the local shows to pop, waiting on the festival circuit to come back, waiting on the touring to come back, just waiting on the vinyl to get back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
Fear of missing out. Do something.
Yeah.
But don't be
Because
afraid.
what if that shit never get back to normal? Then what? Then you're just gonna be you would have been sitting there 5 years just waiting.
Yes. Just waiting. Broke. For no reason.
No reason.
And so, yeah. FOMO, guys. That's the number one reason rappers hate jobs. Number 2 reason rappers hate jobs is pride.
This is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
This is the biggest hurdle to climb.
Yes. Pride is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
The reason for a lot of people who had artistic dreams, they will view themselves as failures the moment they have to actually get money from something that is not their art. They say to themselves, well, if I was so good, why do I have to work this job over here? They feel like they have, they have failed.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm such a dope artist, why can't I pay my bills off this shit? And if I get this job, this is telling everybody I fucking failed.
Yeah.
That shit's not true at all. Like,
not at all.
Dog, I've been so open about this shit about getting my CDL. It's like, ain't a single motherfucker said I failed yet. Motherfuckers like, hey man, that's kind of smart, man, because shit, ain't nobody touring. Truck drivers making truck drivers making hella money right now because they essential workers. I mean, shit, go ahead. Ain't like you out here, But there's something inside of us that makes us fearful of that conversation. Like, what if they know I got a job? They're not gonna look at me the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I went through this, a lot of people might not know or might know. But with Waitlist, I was the first one that got to quit my job.
Yes.
And do music full time. Like, I had a good couple years of doing music full time where I didn't have to go to work.
Nice run.
And I had, you know what I'm saying? It was a good run.
Before you start having
with a family.
Kids.
Yeah, before I start having them kids.
Extra kids. That just kind of, yeah.
Yeah, and it changed it, and I mean that was my motivation. It's like, I gotta take care of a family, and I could have took care of one, probably. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing okay, but 2, 3, it's time to make that move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And coming back from tour and getting little, jobs to fill in the space, doing that wasn't bringing in no money. It wasn't feasible anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To do it that way. So I had to, I ended up finishing school, got my master's degree, and then I started making money to where I was, sustaining and taking care of my family. But it was a difficult conversation to have with myself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it is.
yo, it's going to come back. You know what I'm saying? Something going to come around. Something going to pop.
Hoop dreams,
right,
like,
right.
And
Until you wake up and it's like, yo, like, I got to pay rent. I got light bills. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Getting them notices and shit. It's like,
yeah, dude.
It's time. It's time to make that move.
Like you said, and what do you do in the interim becomes the question.
Right.
Right. Like, what do you do in the interim? It's not whether it comes and goes, because we all know, we artists, and there is an ebb and flow to this shit. You got album cycles. You got years when something you drop will just pop out of nowhere. You got years where some motherfuckers will start booking you heavy. You might take a year off. You might pop in. There's years where there's an ebb and flow to it. But then the question comes, what do you do during those downward, you know what I'm saying, waves? What do you do? Do you just sit around on your hand and wait for the next upward wave? I don't think that's the move. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't. And I mean, and the thing is, like, some people that have gotten to a point in their career where they make enough to where they can do, a week of shows and be good for a couple months. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to cats that do a week of shows and are good for a week. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different thing,
Yeah. There's a lot of pride there. And I think a lot of people are afraid of that conversation, especially if you've had a run as a full-time artist. You what you think people think about you is never as serious as what they do think about you.
Oh, not at all. Especially underground artists.
No. Most motherfuckers look at us like, dude, you get to make a living doing that kind of music? You a lucky motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
They don't look at it like, oh, you failed? You ain't shit.
Right. Right.
They don't look at it like that,
Yeah, because they don't care. As long as the music continues, as long as you keep, you know what I'm saying, you keep giving them shit, they don't care how you do it.
No.
They don't care. They don't care if you got a job.
They don't give a fuck.
It makes them love you more if you got a job on some real shit.
Facts.
Feel more connected.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So that's number 2. All right. Number 3 reason rappers hate jobs is perception. Perception. I've spoken about it before, but rapping is probably the sexiest job on the planet.
Super sexy.
It's right there with like basketball player, professional athlete. You know what I mean? Like, those are the sexy jobs, man. Like, social media influencer. You know what I mean? Like, people love those jobs just because they just look good. If you can make money doing those, or even if you don't make money, the perception is that shit looks cool as fuck.
Right.
And so
Everybody want to do those things. Everybody
Yeah.
wants to. Yeah.
everybody, just too many people trying to do them.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't got no shortage of rappers.
Right.
You know, ain't nobody walked out the house like, man, you know what this world need? What? More fucking rappers.
More rappers, more producers.
I mean, I haven't heard enough rap this week. There must not be enough rappers. Hey, you want to rap?
We short over here.
Yeah, I got $100,000 for you. Sign on bonus, everything. We just need rappers. No one wants to rhyme words together anymore. Things you never heard a motherfucker say. Rap is the most saturated shit on the planet, but it's the sexiest shit.
Yeah.
And so naturally, when people have to go from art to doing some shit where you're sitting at a desk, corporate, procedural, you know what I mean? There's no sexiness to none of that other shit. It's just
because you regular then.
you regular.
You regular.
You just like
when you
us,
an artist. When you an artist, because even if you a painter and you doing shows and you got gallery openings and shit, like that shit sexy as fuck.
Yeah, you the center of attention.
You're the center of attention. Anything you can do where you're the center of attention,
Yeah.
that's what people want to do.
Yeah.
They don't want to go somewhere where they got to sit in a cubicle and you a number essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like keep it real.
Yeah.
Unless you're the fucking CEO or somewhere close, you're a fucking number.
Yeah, you're not
Let's
sexy.
keep it real.
Nah.
It's not sexy at all.
Jimmy in accounting ain't sexy.
Right.
Stacy in receiving, not sexy. Al Shepard driving a truck, not sexy.
Right.
Like
Ain't nobody growing up like I want to do that.
Nah,
you know
nah,
what I'm saying?
nah.
That's what I want to do when I get older.
When
yeah.
I start doing that, I'm gonna have mad hoes. No one says that shit. No one is looking at those occupations like they got groupies and benefits, and you get treated and you get in free places. Ain't no benefits.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like I got the sexiest and the unsexiest job at the same time.
Yeah, the benefits is medical.
Right. That's a sexy health coverage.
Right. 401k.
401k, that shit look good. When that 401k come walking in, you know what I mean? With her ass, you be like, oh, that shit sexy right there. Older chicks be like, oh, you got dental and vision? Okay.
You got vision too?
Okay. And you can get you life insurance policy? Okay. That shit's sexy to an older woman. You know what I mean? That's about it.
Oh.
But it ain't sexy by itself, man. So, no one wants to go from a sexy job to an unsexy job.
Yeah.
I get it.
Hard.
I get it. But the thing is you're not telling nobody to quit your art.
Right.
Keep making your art, but put yourself in a position to financially, be able to invest in your art even more, Yeah. And so, yeah, the shit is, it's not very sexy, but.
Not at all.
Yeah, we'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Word.
This is your weekly reminder that we have 2 books that you, as a listener or watcher of this podcast, need to absolutely own. The first is The 10 Traits of Successful Hip Hop Artists, and the second is The Social Media Cheat Code. Both of these books were released within the last year. The 10 Traits of Successful Hip Hop Artists is a book where I go through the stories and explain the traits that are behind the success of some of the biggest names in hip hop today. The book has got nothing but amazing feedback. And if you are an artist, business person, whatever you do, if you would like to be inspired and would like to learn more about hip hop along the way and also see some reinforcement of the concepts that we talk about on this podcast, The 10 Traits of Successful Hip Hop is for you. Second book is The Social Media Cheat Code. That is for everyone who listens to this podcast who does not consider themselves an expert or really good at social media. It's not for super experienced people. It's actually for people who are on social media but are not getting the results you need. So what we did is I broke down like 12 or 13 strategies that I use all the time that actually work really well for me. I put it into book. I gave you examples and I tell you how to implement it. That's a book you absolutely need as a listener to this podcast, watcher of this podcast. If you're on YouTube, supporting these books actually goes a long way towards supporting the podcast. So to support the show, if you like what we do, obviously we don't necessarily get paid to do this shit. So support the products and services that we create
And these 2 books are a big part of that. We appreciate your support. And back to the show. All right, folks. We're back. Super duty, tough work. Blueprint, Illogic. Most infamous podcast on planet Earth. Today we're talking about why rappers hate jobs. And, I hope y'all are getting a laugh out of some of these things, because it's all real shit. You know what I mean? Like, we're not making fun of nobody. Shit. Like, we actually live this shit. Like, we are the same people. Like, we can write these lists because we actually feel this way. This ain't no speculation. Like, oh yeah, this is why I hate to get a job. A lot of reasons. So yeah. Oh, also episode sponsor. You know what I mean? Human Zoo, Alaska, Jason Griff. Use the code SDTW and get 20% off of CD purchases. Use the code SDTW, get 20% off the CD purchase of the album. Shout out to them as a sponsor of this episode. Okay, number 4 reason rappers hate jobs. Laziness.
Yeah, man. When you work for yourself, you can get up when you want.
Yeah.
Go to bed when you want. You work as long as you want. You know what I'm saying? You can work as, clocking in.
You can work or not work.
Yeah, you can not work. You can sleep in.
Yeah.
You can take a vacation day.
Any day.
Any day you want.
You know what? I don't feel like working today. I'm going to take mad naps.
Yep. I'm going to watch mad movies today. It's Netflix and chill day.
That's it. Look, who the fuck would want to get that shit up on purpose?
Right.
Motherfuckers love that shit. You know what I mean? Just like, and let's say it, man. Like, you don't have to work as hard rapping as you do with no regular job.
Facts.
Most rappers are just that, rappers. They're not running businesses, maintaining websites, managing their social media presence. They're not booking tours, booking shows, handling merchandise. They're not doing the full thing. You know what I mean? And because
they're not a label.
No, they're not a label.
They're just rappers. They're just artists on the label.
Yeah. Which is the easiest job in this shit. You write bars, you show up, record, you disappear, you come back, music magically done.
Yep.
Then they get a release date. You're like, damn, look at that artwork. That artwork's fire. You don't even have nothing to do with that.
Facts.
Single be out. You don't know how it got on Spotify. No idea what a distributor is.
I've lived this life.
Oh, yeah. Your first few years was like that.
Yeah, I've lived this life. I know.
You showed up with just bars like, yep, boom. All right, see you guys later.
Yep.
Wow, this album's great. Your own record, you be like, damn. You killed this. Oh, this is amazing. After 6 months of hard work and pulling my hair out, this shit sounds fucking amazing. That was amazing. Let's just do another one of these next month. I'm like, no, this was a lot of work, right? Yeah. But a lot of rappers are lazy. And they're lazy because, as we talk about, just like the perception and the fact that they don't have to do certain shit except the artistic shit. They know that if they get a real job, they can't really lay back like that.
Yeah, and the artistic shit is the fun shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to do any of the grunt work. They don't have to do any of the late nights, mixing and making sure a mix sounds right and making sure this photo fits the fucking campaign and all that. Yeah. They don't have to deal with none of that.
Yeah.
None of that. And it's very difficult.
Yeah, I think I turned the corner on this one. There's been points where I realized, like, working for myself never meant that I was working less.
Right. You work more, if anything, if you're really trying to make it.
Exactly. Like, when I was working for Kroger, I probably worked 8 to 10 hours a day on average. When I started working for myself, all of a sudden it was 12, 16, 18 hours.
Yeah.
Going to sleep at 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
Sleeping in the studio. Waking up, back to work, 4 days in a row, no sleep when you behind deadline. It was like, yo, man, why am I here tripping about giving somebody else 8, 10 hours a day? I'm working fucking 16 for myself. Right.
That would be a downgrade compared to the hours I'm putting in working for my fucking self.
Yeah. And it's consistent money? What?
Yes, consistent money. Because that's the thing about working for yourself.
Money ain't consistent.
No. Your effort is consistent, but that don't mean everything you do makes money.
Exactly.
You know, so I would be spending 16 hours doing some shit that ain't got no one will ever notice.
And sometimes the shit that you have to do ain't necessarily to make money.
No.
It's to bring light on the stuff that makes money.
Yes.
You shoot a video, you ain't nobody paying to watch your video on YouTube.
Yes, it's true.
You know what I'm saying? That's to put light on what you want them to spend money on. But you still have to spend money and time to do that shit.
Yes.
It's hard. It's a lot of work. I clock in for my job. I get paid from the time I clock in to the time I clock out.
Yeah, bro. That's a good feeling.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
Like they can't waste none of your time. You just like, okay, I'm on the clock. I'm getting paid.
No.
Hey, I want to have another meeting. I don't care. I get paid.
Right.
You know, like I get paid by the mile. Long as the wheels is turning, I'm earning. You know what I mean?
Fact.
Like, oh, what you need? Hey, we need you to go to, I don't care. Some dudes be having preferences. I don't want to drive I don't like Michigan. I don't like whatever. They be like, I don't give a shit. I get paid by the mile. Just,
where I'm going. How many miles I'm driving.
I don't care about none of these towns.
Yeah.
Just tell me where to drop the shit off at, dude. All I do, I deliver doors to Home Depot.
Yeah.
You think I give a fuck about which Home Depots I deliver to? I really don't. Just tell me to go. I'm just like, put me in, coach. You just point me in a direction. I'm like a fullback. You open, you know what I mean? Put a hole,
open the hole.
I'm running through that motherfucker. That's it.
No matter what.
I don't care. The play is going through the play requires me to run through this hole. That should be there. I'm running through this motherfucking hole.
Yeah.
That's it. I ain't thinking about it. Like, oh no, I don't want to run off tackle today, coach. Nah, I'm running off tackle if you want me to run off tackle. I'm getting in between these seams, Jack. Wherever that bread is at.
Oh, is it a bag in that hole? That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going.
I'm there. Yeah, dude. So it's like, you know, just do it, you know. But I ain't lazy about that shit. So it's like, man, I get paid for my time. And then I can still come home and do this. And so, like, you know, with every job, it's your responsibility. It's incumbent upon you to shape your work experience so that you have time for your art.
Yeah.
It's not your boss's job. It ain't your crew's job. It ain't your girl or your job, your boyfriend. Nah, it's your motherfucking job to, if you have a job, if you have work, it's your job to find a balance. Because ain't no job gonna be like, man, you know what? You've been here too much, man. Go home and make some beats.
Yeah.
Never hear that.
Not happening.
You have to decide how to change your work experience so that you get to do what you truly love.
And honestly, if you get a job, it allows you to really focus a little more. And you don't waste time when you're making beats. You don't waste time when you're writing rhymes. You don't waste time when you're editing video because you know that your time is precious. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot more time.
Yeah.
You know, like you have to make sure that you schedule your time wisely and you use your time wisely. And it allows you to create more and create better shit, in my opinion.
Absolutely. So that's number 4, laziness. Number 5 reason. Rappers hate jobs. The benefits. Look, the benefits of being an artist are many.
Yes.
I mean, I can't count, you know, the amount of free booze I drank because I was that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't account the number of places I got in free because I was that guy.
Yeah.
You know, there's other things that we could talk about. I won't go into here.
I won't dip into that water. But there's some benefits.
There's some benefits. You know what I'm saying? There's benefits I can't go too deep in on here, but I've indulged in all of them. All of them. I definitely was not shy about extracting my benefits from the game. So, people don't want to get that up. Nobody want to get that up. Once you experience it, you don't want to get that up, man.
Facts.
You know, look, this is a funny shit that just popped in my head last week, right? I'm out with my trainer and shit. We driving through Maryland and shit. And he's talking about Hagerstown and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and driving through Hagerstown. I wanted to be like, oh yeah, me and the mayor here sound cool. I interviewed her on the podcast. She's a fan.
Right.
But I was like, don't say nothing because this opens up a can of worms about
who you are, what you do.
Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, I ain't never been there, you know.
Yeah, go back to our episode about why we don't tell people we rap.
Yeah, we don't tell people we rap. We don't.
Go back to that episode.
Never tell nobody you rap. But I was like, it's like, yo, this the benefits of the social circle that you have when you do art or you're a public figure of any sort is such an experience that it fucks people up when they can't do it no more.
Yeah.
Like detaching from that system where you're just like, you go somewhere, you go certain place, everybody knows you. People know your history. People fuck with you. Like you walk in, you instantly are like, you know, known in certain places, whereas the average person is unknown in these same places. Some people get addicted to that. They don't want to go back to being a normal motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, they do anything they can and not go back. And not getting a job is one of the things that they don't want to do because they feel like I can't get them benefits if I ain't 100% involved over there.
Right.
But truth of the matter is you can't get the benefits if you're not successful over there.
Right. You can do it all you want.
Yeah.
That don't mean you getting the benefits of it just because you do it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like doing it ain't the thing. Like be successful. That's the benefits, you know? And so when you're successful, then everything starts working. So the goal is to be successful. Sometimes if you need more money, you might have to work.
Right.
You might have to. But I know why they hate jobs. It's the benefits, man.
A lot of those benefits.
Nobody want to get that shit up, man. Okay, number 6 reason rappers hate jobs is they don't have any other career.
They don't have nothing to fall back on. They have no valuable skills. Nothing. They put all their eggs in this basket, and once that basket run out, they out here naked, like a motherfucker.
No
butt
backup
ass
plan.
naked,
In the middle of a mud storm.
butt ass naked.
Butt ass naked. That is why, like, the benefit that I think I've always had with music was that technically I was successful before I started my music career.
Facts.
I went to college, I got my degree in computer science, and I was already working in corporate America for several years. I reached like senior systems analyst level, and I was 27. You know what I'm saying?
And you were making good money.
I was making good money. So I never
good money.
So I always looked at it like, even if this other stuff doesn't work out, I don't have to put all my eggs in this. You know what I'm saying? I can try rap. If it doesn't work out, I can go back to this.
I got something to fall back on. What I think about a lot of these rappers is, like you said, they don't really have any trade, any career, any education that they had before rapping to fall back on if rap don't work out. Right.
And because you don't really have a path to how you stabilize yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know how to wake up and hang out in studios and hang out at shows and drink and party and keep these crazy late hours and make music all day. But you don't really have like this skill that you can fall back on when shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
And that's important.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. Like, we've been doing this stuff around the same amount of time, but most of that time I've had a job.
Yep.
I haven't stopped putting out albums.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like I did live off of music for a short amount of time, but for the bulk of my career, I had a real job.
Yes.
Like 40 plus hour salary job. You know what I'm saying? And it hasn't stopped my output. If anything, I've gotten more consistent and a lot more focused on what I want to do and how I want to do it because I've had the experience in corporate America, how to put together portfolios and shit like that to showcase. So now I'm like, okay, let me put this shit over here. You know, but for most of my career, I've had a job.
Yeah, man. And it's very important, man, because, we talked about it on this thing before. There can be a lot of pressure on you when you are self-employed. Okay.
And that's it.
That's it. There's a lot of pressure. And one thing that people don't like to speak about is that pressure. I have done music full time from 2002 to 2022. 20 motherfucking years, full time. No income from nothing else. Or if it was money I made off rap that I put into something else that made me money. But still, rap, 20 fucking years. And I can tell you that there's an ebb and flow, but there is pressure there because you have to always be thinking a year in advance, 2 years in advance, 3 years in advance. And what happens if this don't work? What happens if that don't pop? I'm
what if nobody buys the record?
Yeah, but I invested all this money in the record.
Invested 10 G's, you made 3,
Yeah.
5. You know what I mean? How does that work?
You can't take back-to-back losses like that for very long.
And
when you're
survive?
self-employed. No. I definitely had weeks like last year where I was just like, yo.
I know exactly what you're talking about, yo. I know exactly what you're talking about because you look at what you usually do,
Yeah.
and then like you get down like 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row. Like, yo,
we can't keep doing this.
we can't keep
doing it.
Nah. Something got to give, yo.
Something got to give, man. Look,
Yeah.
last year was like a long ass ugly breakup between me and music. It wasn't even, it was just like two motherfuckers who've been together so long, you know what I mean? And they trying to have this conversation like, man, look, you know I still love you. Right.
And I'm gonna spend as much time with you as I can.
I need to, but I ain't sure about this. I'm having some doubts. You know what I'm saying? It was like a long breakup. You know, or you be with a motherfucker like you've been with him 8 years, but the last 4 years was constant breaking up and making up.
Yeah.
That was 2021. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then by halfway through, I'm like, all right, man, look. Okay, we got an understanding. You know, I'm gonna be fucking with you forever, but I gotta go over here and do some other things. But like, you gotta have that conversation, man, and you gotta have something to fall back on. For me, I didn't want to go back to IT. I wanted to do something that was just different, that I felt resonated with me now. I didn't have certain elements, and so far, I'm really happy with my decision. You know, but I'm thankful that I took that time to do it now because, I mean, it's only been like 10 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, I started trucking school October 25th. I was done November 22nd. I started work maybe 2 weeks after that. And, you know, it's like the beginning of the month. I haven't really been, I've just been working now. 1 week into working for real. I can finally get paid for real. Only 10 weeks. That's not that long. It's not like college.
Right.
But it's going to allow me to stabilize things that I wasn't happy with. And certain things that other people got, I got them now, and I ain't got to sit around and wonder about, dental and vision and all this other shit. And it's like, nah, I got all that shit now too. Plus I still do this. It may not be forever. It may just be some shit that takes me to the next thing, or maybe I just become an owner operator. And then at that point, I still do the trucking shit. I just don't have to work for somebody else. Who knows? But at the end of the day, I had to make a move.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think some people need to make a move because they don't have nothing to fall back on. And once you realize that not having something to fall back on is the only thing keeping you somewhere, you got to make a change.
Yeah, man, we ain't no spring chickens no more.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be my birthday Tuesday. I'll be 42, man.
Grown ass man.
Yeah, like I can't.
I remember you was 17.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like shit.
Long.
I got a grandson coming next week.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got time to be playing these, what if games. I ain't got time. You know what I'm saying? I got a wife that want a house and want these things and want to travel. I ain't got time to be playing this game. Yeah. Well, I hope y'all like this shit. No, man. Nah.
Yeah. Like 3-card Molly shit is.
Yeah, nah, bruh.
Which one is the money under? You be guessing.
Those,
nope, money's not under that.
Those days are over, bruh. Gotta wake the fuck up.
Yeah, man, you need something definitive when you get a little bit older, know, and I think it's healthy, so, that's number 6. Take a break and we'll be right back. Quick announcement. Over the last several years, we've been asked many times by the listeners of the show if we would ever open it up to the public for advertising. We've always been interested in this, but we never had the systems in place to make it work properly. I'm proud to announce that we are officially accepting advertising from the public on Super Duty Tough Work. Meaning, if you're a small business owner or an artist and you'd like to create more awareness about your product,
service, or release on the Super Duty Tough Work podcast, we're now in a position to do that. For more information, email us at superdutytoughwork@weightless.net. Again, that's superdutytoughwork@weightless.net. Email us there. Tell us a little bit about who you are, what you would like to promote, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible to let you know if we think it's a good fit and what the next steps are. Thank you for your time. Back to the show. Super Duty Tough Work, Blueprint, Illogic. Back again. This week we're talking about why rappers hate jobs, y'all. Why do they hate jobs? We're breaking it down. This is a conversation nobody wants to have, but we wouldn't be the most infamous if we didn't have these conversations.
Well, we do, man.
That's what we motherfucking do. So we got 3 more left, y'all. 3 more left. And, number 7 reason rappers hate jobs is they would rather sell drugs.
This is easier.
It's easier.
Because you're still kind of working for yourself.
It's kind of like being a rapper, man.
It's kind
Drug dealers
because you get a lot of the same benefits.
A lot of same benefits.
A lot of same benefits.
It's kind of sexy. It's kind of sexy. You know what I mean? It's like it's not like, garbage man and drug dealer. That's definitely not the same. You know what I mean?
Nah, not at all.
Drug dealers got some cachet.
Yeah.
And so a lot of rappers, they just want to sell weed. They be like, look, if I get a job, I'm gonna buy a pound, and they just be like, go to the shows and they just sell fucking dirt weed to everybody. You know what I mean? Like the rapper who sell dirt weed, that be they shit.
Yeah.
But they nobody care because they got to buy it from the fucking rapper friend. You know what I'm saying? So it's easier. It's easier to do that or hustle. Because it's like it's a huge change to get a real job and have a real boss.
Yeah. And have structure.
Structure.
Can't
just work when you want to work.
Yeah.
Like you work all the time. If it's time to work, you got to work. And so it's different. But some rappers are like, nah, I don't want to get a job. Before I do that, I'd rather do this. So they take that route, and it makes them think that, man, this will work now. But again, you get a little older, you might want to move a little differently, because you don't want to be the rapper who like is just stuck at the same place for 30 years.
Yeah, you gotta weigh your options.
Weigh your options.
Like, what is there to lose? You know what I'm saying? If you got something to lose, that's not the route to go.
No.
It's the easier route, but it's not the smart route.
In a way, and most of these rappers be lying anyway. Most of them ain't selling no motherfucking drugs. They don't know shit about selling dope. Get a real job,
Facts.
bruh.
Facts.
Get a job. You're not gonna be a good drug dealer. I can tell by how you rap. Like, you motherfuckers always talking about getting jerked and these badass deals. How you you know what I'm saying, a fucking Scarface level businessman, and you out here getting jerked in your record contract? We don't believe you. Stay away from selling drugs. It's not for you. No disrespect. Because I'm sure we got some listeners who sell dope. I hope you're good at it. Right. So that's number 7. Number 8 reason rappers hate jobs: lack of freedom.
Yeah.
We gotta talk. This is the realest. It's one of the realest ones.
Yeah.
The freedom, you can't just do what the fuck you want to do, say what the fuck you want to say, go where the fuck you want to go, anytime, anywhere. No. You can't sit down and write rhymes for 8 hours no more. Sorry.
It's that structure, man.
Structure.
Yeah, you can't smoke weed while you know what I'm saying? You can't, you can't smoke weed in the work environment.
Might have
you
to
can't
take
smoke
them
weed
tests.
in your cubicle. Yeah, you might have to take a test or two.
Hair follicle test, your boy. It's taking quite a few. They keep cutting off my fucking goatee, man. I'm crazy. Urine and a fucking follicle, man. I can't do that. I can't play around. Some people feel me.
Yeah.
Like freedom it's a gift and a curse when it comes to art. The gift is that you need to be free to create the best art. You need to have your mind able to move, to see things, to be able to respond to what's going on, to process what's going on in the world, and to give your unique take on it. That takes freedom. You can't do that if you're so bogged down by shit going on that you can't even think straight.
Yeah.
Can't quiet your mind. So you need freedom, but that's the gift, But the curse is that too much freedom is bad for you.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people think, a lot of these artists think that their problem is they need more freedom. But the truth is that they need more discipline,
They need more structure.
need more
Needs-
structure.
Yeah, a lot of people like that freedom. When you have structure in your freedom, it gives you the ability to write and focus better on your art.
Yes.
Then, because if you just randomly, it's like you just out here freestyling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't write the rhyme down. You just out here, picking bars out the sky. It don't work. It don't work.
Yeah.
You can't get a hit that way. Not
Yeah.
everybody can get a hit that way.
And you end up becoming one of these people who works on an album for 12, they debut album for 13 years and it never drops.
Yeah.
We know these people. We talk to them all the time. Yeah, man, I've been working on this record for 16 years.
Yeah.
Almost done.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty soon. You ain't got no structure. You got too much freedom.
Yeah.
You ain't got no deadlines. You ain't got nobody standing over you. You ain't got nobody helping you. Nobody holding you accountable.
Right. That's the big thing. Accountability.
Yeah. Too much freedom is just going to lead to a lack of accountability. So, but I get it. I get people don't want to give that up. I get it. I'm in the midst of trying to reintroduce. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to use my free time now. But I got to figure out my schedule first. And when I first started doing, my estimate was that it would take me about 2 months to figure out how I like to work, how to do the job.
Right.
Before I figured out how to integrate this shit into it. Whereas maybe I could bring my laptop. Maybe I could make a beat while I'm out. Maybe I could, you know what I mean? Like all those little things that I'm not doing. I'm not even trying to integrate the two right now. I'm just trying to learn the job. But it takes time. You have to go into that thing, and then you have to figure out how to pick and choose your spots.
Yeah.
And the spots are where you get to exercise your freedom. Because, you might not always have all day to work on this shit.
Thanks.
I mean, some people got kids and they know damn well they ain't got all day to work on no fucking art.
Yeah, even if they don't have a job.
Exactly. Now, you ain't got that much time, player, so you better just, get on top of your discipline. So that's number 8. Last bullet point, brother. Last bullet point. Having a boss. Reason number 9. Rappers hate jobs.
It's the worst feeling.
Yeah.
It's the worst. It's the worst. Even though it's, you understand that it has to be. But when you go, dude, I didn't have a job for 8 months.
Yeah.
The last 8 months I've been getting up when I want it.
Yeah.
Working on music when I want it. Watching movies when I want it.
Yeah.
Smoking weed if I want it. You know what I mean? All of that stuff. Boss makes that completely different because now it's like, oh shit, if I'm late, I gotta call somebody and tell them why I'm late.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I need to leave early, I gotta get permission. What the fuck is this? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's funny.
Yeah.
Man,
It's different, yo.
Let me tell you some funny shit my boss did to me the other day. Why this man send me a video of me running the yellow light?
Wow.
I took a yellow. It was like I stand by my decision. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like the shit turned yellow. I was like 2 car lengths from the light. It was green. So if you imagine 2 car lengths distance, a truck is mad long.
Yeah, you ain't got time to stop, really.
Right. So at 2 car lengths, if that shit's green, I'm stepping on the gas because I'm like, if it changes, I'm be fucked. So it as soon as I hit that gas, it went yellow. My cab was under it, and the trailer wasn't. Man, this fool hit me with the text with, "Hey, watch those yellow lights." They got the fucking camera in the fucking truck, just caught my whole shit. I'm like, damn, I got you. It's like what's funny is like my trainer used to get on me for not taking no yellows. I'm the dude who never did, but I swear the only 2 I took this week, these motherfuckers got video up.
Yeah.
I ain't get no tickets and that. It was like I looked around. It was, you know what I mean? It was clear. The coast was clear. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning, pitch black out there. It was like I got this one. Hey Al. Hey, I just want to send this to you. That takes some getting used to when you've been working for yourself for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. It's whatever. You know what I mean? I'm gonna still be safe but yeah, having a boss can be weird, man.
Mm-hmm.
I get why some people don't want to do it. I get it. You know, it's a consequence. But you know, most of us, if you've actually been successful independently, I think you would actually be surprised how good you are in work environment.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, since we've been working by ourselves, and we both chosen jobs where most of the time we're working by ourselves anyway.
Yep.
You know, so as long as I understand how to do my job, my boss don't really have to talk to me that much anyway.
Exactly.
I keep it that way. I make sure to keep it that way because I don't want to be I don't want somebody to have to tell me to do my job.
Nah, the less interaction, the better.
Exactly. And my boss is cool.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind the interactions, but I'd rather them be cordial interactions than instruction.
Mm-hmm. Because you know, the more
mean?
instruction they give you, they start to subconsciously think that you don't know what you're doing.
Exactly.
Just like, let me stop asking this man questions. Let me just figure this shit out. Because if I ask this motherfucker, he's gonna be thinking, maybe he's not as ready as I thought they were. You know.
Yeah.
You know, like having a boss is a trip, but you know, it's part of it. What I feel like too is like when you compare how someone who's been self-employed approaches a job versus someone who's only been an employee approaches a job, it's night and day.
Oh, very much.
Like I noticed I have one speed. It's go hard as fuck all the time. I don't have no low speed cruise. It's like I'm going. Everything that needs to be done, I'm doing it. Whereas some people who have just had jobs and never owned their own shit, they don't have that pride in ownership.
Right.
You know, and so they don't go as hard as the motherfuckers who've been self-employed because self-employed motherfuckers know if you don't get up and get it, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Everything is on you.
Yeah.
You know, so you would be surprised how much better you do in some of these work environments than some of these people who are in them all the time. And you would actually be very successful given what you've learned from being a hip hop artist. So
definitely.
That's it. Why rappers hate jobs? Let me read them back for y'all. Number 1, FOMO. Fear of missing out. Number 2, pride. Failure, looking like a failure. Number 3, perception. It's not a sexy job. Number 4, laziness. Number 5, the benefits. Number 6, they don't have careers to fall back on. Number 7, they rather sell drugs. Number 8, lack of freedom. And number 9, having a boss. These are 9 reasons rappers hate jobs. We appreciate y'all tuning in. You know, we're here. Gonna be back more regular. Holidays is a trip too, you know. So
Yeah.
I feel like we always get a little spotty around Thanksgiving to New Year's, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, once again, support this episode sponsor, the Human Zoo album by Alaska and Jason Griff. Use the coupon code SDTW and get 20% off the CD purchases of the record. We appreciate y'all listening, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Thank you for listening to Super Duty Tough Work. Subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Follow the podcast on SoundCloud. Peace.
Shoot, I got styles already that's more complex that nobody know about. I mean, super duty tough work.